Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. It's amazing.
I moved my palatial mansion into this room. Like,
but you're an amazing man, because all your secretaries say, well, he's only busy this week, and this has happened to me 4 times. So I think your whole life must be frantic.
No. Preview time is preview.
Well, the last time I think you were in Madrid, and one other time you had.
I did a script. That's part of what's there. We might make it a picture, or we might make it another direction. But I wrote a script with a director friend of mine, Gonzalo Suarez, for Jose Maria Pascual. He's actually a brilliant man. And he's editing certain parts of it, so I have a rewrite. I partially finished this time. The film picture, World War II coming in. And here at least, just being released. A little stretch.
The thing that I wanted to talk to you basically about, you probably hate the term maverick, so I won't use it, but you certainly are do things your own way. And I wanted to talk, oh shit. No, works fine. Okay, I wanted to find out.
Could I have some more gin?
Basically,
no tonic, just soda and lime.
which of your pictures haven't been fouled up? Have there been any that that the industry hasn't moved in and taken away from you? Because we know the story about Major Dundee, and we know the story about Billy the Kid, Backyard and Billy the Kid. How about
that
Cable?
suit is going ahead. Cable Hog came out.
Beautiful.
I think you wanted it
The way you wanted it to.
pretty close. Actually, Getaway did.
It did?
Yeah, Steve changed the music, and it didn't hurt, didn't help.
And when you say Steve,
McQueen. A lot of different music. He had a beautiful score by Jerry Fielding, the best score I think he's ever written. It played punctual to the film, and I guess Steve didn't understand it. Anyway, he didn't like it. He wanted the louder sound, so he got one anyway. That's one of them.
you said counterpunctual?
Yes.
Yeah. This often doesn't pick up things. You said the suit was going ahead with Billy
Yes.
Kid. And what's the status now?
Right. Something you can discuss with my lawyers.
Have you ever won one? No.
But I've never lost one.
Oh, you haven't lost one. The interesting thing that you thought Getaway succeeded. Most of your pictures end with a downbeat ending, or the audience thinks it's downbeat in the sense that Ballad of Cable Hogue is lyrical, but he dies, so the audience doesn't. Part of the audience doesn't understand this picture or can't relate to it.
The truth is, Tony, I really feel is that we must wait for true fact. I mean, been and on the edge of that thin line and over it a couple of times. People do die. It's dying with some sense of grace. Dying is not that bad. Nobody died better. That crazy cat from Denmark. Somebody was sitting there on a Thames doing a ladder. I don't know where he got it from. That's not a bad writer, is it?
But the point I was
Billy
going to
Big
make.
Boy did not let many people live around.
But the point I was going to make is that
Speaking of, that's Jason Robards' term. William Shakespeare put down, I think it was Robert Ingersoll said, An intellectual ocean that touches the shores of all knowledge. Not a bad line. I learned that when I was, what, 11? Yes. Yes, please. Hello. Friends and neighbors. No. They're all gone. I'm screwed. Too many numbers. What happened? And Matthew's got a playoff. That came in today. I guess not. Oh. A little springtime number. Call that goddamn Brady and get the rifle down there. Yeah, just, you know, Vixens. And Frank Kowalski's got, you know, the Vixen trap. It's baited with tufts of hair. And he caught 3. Using a little skunk oil and about $700 as bait. But the $700. That'll be done before I leave. Okay, because I'm, you know, I'm involved, but I'm involved like you are now. And all I can say to both of us is, let's, you know, keep our eyes on the horizon. Because you know, I've gone through this now in 3 months, which you spent, you know, 8 years doing, and I'm running. I talked to Betty and told her what I felt, and she said I agree. And that's it. I'm gonna pick up my marbles and get a piece of the Adriatic. I'm not gonna hurt. Well, I'd like, you know, if you can, you know, fly out and get in tomorrow evening sometime, or tomorrow afternoon, then we can see Matthew winter. Oh, okay, then build a fire. Okay. It's his soccer game. His team finally made the semifinals, and they finally made the finals. Now it's a playoff game for who's number 1. That's right. I've hit with Walter, because I hadn't seen him, really, and that's going to be done. Yeah, but you both might be in Yugoslavia at that time. Maybe. Okay, you're in charge. Okay. No, you don't. And I'll give you book, chapter, and verse on that in writing. Yep. Let's get off the close. Tuesday. Yeah. You will. Yeah, you bet. That begins with an F. And there are a couple of G's in there. A U and an E. Yeah, but the whole problem is not that. It's not the picture, any picture, believe me. The problem is, you mind if I call some second sight? Second sight. Well, I watched what happened, for the last 8 years. And what went through, and, and then I went up, and then I was suddenly, kind of deeply into it. And, but I was just coming off a picture, so I had some degree of objectivity. And the theme is, get in, get on, and get it over with. That's all I can say. Does that sound all right to you? Otherwise, a lot of people are going to get all chewed up about everything. And they are anyway. Yeah. It's going to help anybody. Not a damn dime's worth. But I'm still wearing Hendrix boots. I got them on right now. They've done some walking, I'll tell you that. They're ready to walk again. All right. Okay. Let's stay in touch. Hey, listen. I told Kip to, since Williams is, sitting around with his thumb up his ass, to get him involved, some way, he or Blaine in the bit. I know that, but I thought you'd get a laugh out of it. In any case, I'm thinking about it. If they don't, it's a part of the, the Russian who, well, he recruits them. That's the high shot. Well, we'll learn. All right. No, I've got a picture, David. It's a great beard. Well, you're cast. So are we both. I don't know if we can break the mold. I wish you luck, partner. Okay? You bet. Bye.
My son he's 12 years old, and he just won the national SAY soccer championship, and he's the only goalie on the team, so it's very pleased of him.
So how old is your son?
He's 12 years old. He's right outside.
Matthew's 13. He's just really into it. He's got a hand on him like they pick up a basketball on his feet that are,
Yeah,
that
but you
long.
can't use those hands in soccer.
No, he's got a big game coming up on Saturday. It's a local game. But he's really into it. into a whole soccer number, and I played lightweight ball, and then I played varsity ball, and I didn't make the team. I mean, I could make the first string. I played first string lightweight.
Soccer's terrific.
It really is a sensational game, and it's, if you really are good and you really know what it's like. I used to play soccer when I was a kid, but we used to do it, no astroturf, no grass, but big mud fields, Jesus. Sliding and
Well, that's what they played in.
Yeah.
With pelling rain, the championship game.
Well, that has to be. It's one of the great. I'll tell you, you don't get cold. You never get cold in soccer, right?
Well, those little boys looked cold. Maybe they weren't cold. We were
But
cold
you
for
winded.
them. Yeah.
You got so much. That's the toughest game I know.
I was very proud of him because
He
he
should have been.
the goalie, so much, the pressure is just like instantaneous, and he always
I love
responded.
I love Matthew. Matthew can really get in there and really, and work
What does he play?
when he's on. Fullback. But every once in a while he gets that far away look like a dog pissing in a snowbank, and he watches the. And that's not even on his field, it's over there, but the chicks are playing. And then all of a sudden he's back into it. It's that whole transition period of youth, which I remember so well. It's the worst years of my life. What life? 3 or 4? First, second, third, fourth.
Well, mine weren't happy, but I coached baseball for him and wound up in the hospital. I had a semi-stroke because I got so involved trying to help him out.
Can't do that. Just got to back off.
And I did.
You really got to back off. Really and truly back off.
It's hard. It's really hard.
But you got to show up and be there sometimes, which is the important thing.
Well, you see
I
such
gotta-
assholes coaching.
They're really, and they're yelling at kids, and you think that everybody is, a Vince Lombardi, for Christ's sakes. What the fuck is that? I used to coach when I was playing six-man football. I was a coach, and we beat everybody except for the Super Bowl. And I think I didn't drop back far enough to cover for a pass, and they dropped one on us for 6 points. We beat, varsity players, we beat everybody.
The thing that probably
We loved the game, though. Everybody loved the game.
gave me the most satisfaction last year when I coached basketball was not winning. We weren't good enough to win, but we came in second, and we were peaked. That was as good as we could possibly be.
Well, Jim Silk's son played on the winning team. Todd Silk, staying in my trailer around. His team won the championship. He's going on to ESL.
I'm so sorry. Can you look into stuff I just see?
Yes.
Now Matthew's in your latest picture, right? How many pictures since you've been in? Does that work?
No, I just bring my kids down. Because I miss them. I like them near me. All my kids down.
Do you conceive of them in the...
Don, do you need something?
I'm going to put some more on so she can just move on.
Okay, thank you.
Do you conceive of them before, or just you just use them as a...
No, they're there, and they're pretty good workers. If there's anybody better, I'd use somebody better.
Don't you, as their father, give them hell? Can't you give them more
I'm much heavier.
loving hell?
I'm much heavier on them than anybody else. Of course.
I guess we all are.
I'm mean. But they kind of like me. We kind of get along. I'm very proud of all of them. Sharon, which I hope will go to Yugoslavia with me. Done some fine work. I fired it in one picture.
Which picture was that?
Getaway.
What did you?
Yeah.
How'd she take it?
Badly.
Oh.
But she grew out of that bullshit. And she really, I think, really wants to work in film. Really. It's an understanding of what she's spent the last 2 or 3 years. Really getting into it. Oh, now she understands filmmaking things about. Possibly might understand.
Was
a
she
little
the,
bit, a little bit about her father.
was she a script girl on Junior Bonner?
Yeah, second unit.
I want to get back to this before I lose it. We were talking about death, and yet The Getaway, which is your most commercial film, I don't know whether we can talk about it in those terms, doesn't end in death, and you like it not ending in death, don't you? Did
Very
you?
much.
Okay.
Two
Now,
nice people.
Why?
And a nice drive.
Why don't you?
Slim Pickens.
Yeah, sure. Why
Little
don't you do
lecture.
that more often? Let your characters live.
What the, what is this? Why don't you?
Why
Bullshit.
Why don't they live?
That is absolutely nonsense.
Okay. Let me.
Why
let
do
me
you ask questions that are so fucking stupid?
Let me ask you another one. Okay. Okay.
Why don't I? I get paid to do a picture, and I try to steal enough and try to rewrite and lie and cheat and get it on the way I think is okay. But no, why don't you?
I don't argue.
Nobody puts money. I don't have any money. They pay me. I'm a hired hand.
The guy who made
That's it.
the guy who made Cable Hogan Junior Bonner isn't hired hand.
That's the one picture I produced with Cable Hogue and Junior Bonner. Steve and I worked out in front, so we whipped everybody.
Oh, okay.
But after that, that's the only, the Wild Bunch, I still had people shit on me. All over. That asshole Feldman, the distributor for Warner's, The goddamn thing is, I think really and truly, they have to be the biggest and most successful thieves in the world. It's a personal opinion, and I mean it deliberately, that a picture that cost less than $4 million is now showing a $7 million loss, called The Wild Bunch. What kind of bookkeeping is that shit?
It's showing a $7 million loss?
Watch. That's the way they go. That's what happens. That's why I don't work for Warner Brothers. Somebody sucks. And that's distribution.
Let me ask you another question that you can get uproarious about.
No, that's a minor. That's just
Okay.
I'm just talking.
You got together with Silifant, who you...
Yeah, I talked. No, I didn't. I gave him 5 different scripts, 2 of which never went into the Writers Guild and were never even paid for, that he read. I paid for them. I have a memo out there that says don't write, so I didn't. Not that. Later I did. And then he wrote a script which his wife said that she wrote. Now, to quote Tiana Siliphant, which is on tape, I guess it's a sweet little girl, and she is a darling, lovely girl, didn't know that she was hooked up to about 19 microphones of various people, doing a number because we were doing from one boat to the other. She said that working in pictures is trying to be nice to people you would not ordinarily spit on.
Politics, huh?
Well, I don't know. I have no idea. But it's a nice quote. I might use it sometime. But it's on tape.
But you and Grice and Silifant...
I didn't work with Grice and Silifant.
But no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you had an idea that you might work, the 3 of you might form a company, or am I wrong?
No, it was Bob Culp, Tommy Grice, and then later Lee Pagostin came in for it. Didn't work out. Didn't work out. Each one had, different ways to go. And Tommy's doing very well. Bobby's doing very well. I don't know what happened to Lee.
After Hard Contract, yeah. That was the...
Yeah.
Did you see that film?
Yes, I did. I read the script and I saw the film. I think he's a very talented writer, but he doesn't understand films.
Maybe that's why he's not
I don't
making it.
either, really.
But your lack of understanding has a quality to it that...
Well, I don't know, and what it is, it's the people around you, and what John Ford said, it's a territory. When you stand on your terrain, you've got to look, and it's a feeling process. But if you don't think that you just can come in and and wing it or something like that, that's nonsense. You have to be. You've got to read all the books. You've got to, everybody. You want a definition of empathy, and who wrote it and when, I can give it to you. And why it works, I deny tapered graduate school on. I'm accused of being anti-intellectual bullshit. I try to play a picture on at least 3 levels. Sometimes I hit one. But I
The emotional,
really
the intellectual, and what's the other one? The audience's level, which is needed?
The audience is a combination of at least 4.
But you have to tell me what they are. I don't know what they are.
One is a sensual level.
A central level.
So I don't want people to come see my films that don't feel them. The strange thing, when I was studying Brecht, I really thought, the newspaper technique, but you can really get involved with Brecht when he's, well done. You can really do it really well. I saw Arturo Uri in London and knocked me out emotionally. Sensational acting, sensationally staged. The other guy up at California Institute of Fine Arts, he just did Cole Younger and Billy the Kid. Marvelous play. Great, extraordinary piece of work. Really was impressive. Yeah, let's get back into that and out of this dumb studio bullshit. Where we
But
get
it comes with
agents,
the territory, doesn't it?
agents and assholes making third-rate judgments on a fourth-rate product if it will sell or not. So,
On 2 screenings, right?
not even on that. I don't even know if they even saw it. No, I think if you will, if really, the filmmaker, you got first. You got to get you really have to get your feet wet in living and loving and being hurt. And you say, no, maybe I can make a story. I understand. My business is not to be understood. My business is to understand. And you don't learn that from books.
I mean, hit you with a director who may not have lived, but certainly wields power today and works for Warner Brothers, or is associated with Warner Brothers, Stanley Kubrick. How does he do it?
He's the greatest, I think, the greatest agent in the world. He knew what these people were. He worked them and used them beautifully. I didn't.
But you couldn't because of your makeup, because of your chemistry, because...
I can't, I still can't. See, the main thing about Stanley is, and he's, I think, one of the great strategic movers in the world. But, I'm a ground soldier, and I carry a BAR or something like that. Stanley does these numbers, and they are marvelous. But I really don't want to waste time with that. I'm really interested in the human heart. And why does it come to violence?
Do you think Antonioni is interested in the human heart? Do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. You know,
I mean,
indirectly, in spite of himself. Indirectly, you know. Kurosawa is definitely, really deeply into it, into the whole movement of people and places and things and all that nonsense. And one of the great Kurosawa, in fact, I think the finest picture I ever saw in my life. It's, gosh. But then you got to an early film, Lot Strata, you have to go deal with Antonioni, and then, don't forget, you got that bad Swede who keeps laying down those great films on the time where you kept him growing. That is, extraordinary. Then all of a sudden, out of left field, Don Siegel will flip one on you. And will grab you.
I liked Clint Eastwood, the pool thing. Oh, they made a TV McCloud. They made out of it a butcher job on television.
Oh, I enjoy that TV show.
Oh, do you really?
Oh, I love Dennis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dennis.
Yeah.
I think they have the right touch. It's a total satire. And it's done. Nobody seems to realize that it is satire.
I will look for that
Satire.
next time.
Well, it's riding around horseback. They keep it just underneath enough so it's I'm a fan of his. I did a lot of really Gunsmokes.
So he knows what he's doing. He really does know what he's doing.
They know what they're doing, and they know what the audience is. The only way I can get in touch with America, I suppose, is watching game shows that really spin the wheel. It's what about? But I'm in love with Barbara Walters.
She must have said she
Well,
must
she
have
got
handled
to-
you pretty well, huh?
She got to China before I did. I've been trying to get back since I left. And it's one thing, you've got to look at America sometimes from a distance. That's why I'm living through Europe. I've got to get away from it, so I feel so strongly about it. I mean, we're grassroots people. We go back for it. That's...
Did you like Johnson as president? Or what am I trying to say? Did you find something human in Johnson? Did you find something appealing in Johnson?
Well, I thought that, his work as senator, there was something that he would know, how to... all of a sudden I realized it was a whole empty case.
You really think so?
I really think so. I'm sorry about
You don't think the job just destroyed him?
Yes, I do, exactly.
Oh.
But see, I was talking about his Senate record. What he'd done as a senator. And I think the job destroyed him exactly. When it came time, he was building, I'm really going to be very interested, tell my kids or something like that to read his library books or something, that he's got that big thing built in Texas. So, but one thing I did do, I've been campaigning against Nixon since I was able to fart.
Which he has never been able to do.
And that's what makes him, like everybody's in a care package. I feel, I feel I'm an American citizen, dummy. I believe in all this shit. Mort Saw told me in 1939, America. I still believe. But somebody better start waking up pretty soon. I thought Watergate was going to do it. And I don't think
Not
it
once
did.
the country accepted the idea, the mere idea of Ford as president. I mean,
The pardon,
Yeah.
Nixon pardoned Cali, which, you know, that gets so distasteful to me that it makes me really want to puke. Thank God the prosecutor of that case, you know, resigned. I was in London at the time, and it's the first time I ever said, okay, well, I'm not really political, but that was so distasteful. And then Ford pardoning Nixon. I mean, what, you know, people running up to shake his hand. How can they buy? I don't understand. I get over there and fight with the English and the Russians and the Germans. See what happens, you know. My grandfather was a congressman, and he once said, the only thing that's going to destroy this country is the indifference of the people. Well, baby, you're looking at it.
They don't even know we or they or whatever. It doesn't even know it's indifferent.
So McLuhan was right. Really right.
As a literary man, I hate to feel that McLuhan was right.
Well, it's possible to read, but nevertheless, the medium is massage. Turn on that box. Your program. So I don't know if there's any future in the film really after another 5 years. But it's all going to be there. It's all going to be programmed. It's on ABC or CBS or NBC or your local station will have it shaped for you just what you want, just at the right time. 1984 isn't here. It's past.
Yeah, but what amazes me is that despite that, there's a sense of real creativeness. You know, the passenger. I know.
But the thing that I really like is, you know, a couple of generations coming up in film and reading about some of the old film, really great people. Walsh, Serrano, King Kong, Larry Cooper, and what they went through. But what a time to work. What a time of delight. Enormous work. Enormous juices. No welfare state.
But when you look at Ford's films, there's so much pain, I guess, in them, in so many of them. Like in The Searchers, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. I guess the later films.
Yeah, those are it's a great story, The Searchers, and I think it was one of his worst films.
When do you say that?
Well, if you've seen, you know, some of the other films he's made, he did a number with Tony Macklin, Tony Macklin. For Doc Holliday, and one of the great westerns ever made. What was it? I don't know what I was reaching for. I met the man briefly one time. No, I just, you know, Mr. Flores, one second. I said the same thing to Miles Davis.
Yeah. I'm surprised that you said about The Searchers. I thought that was universally acclaimed as a great Western, as a lonely man who's obsessed with something who never is part of the family and of the community.
Well, Mr. Ford and I are different in certain views, obviously. But that was the picture that I really wanted to do. I just didn't agree with his approach to it. He nor Cheyenne Autumn. Casting was so shitty, I can't believe it. So I made up my mind I would not do an Indian picture, so I did Indian. There was a certain ethnic kind of lumber going.
You would never do a picture on the side of the Indians, is that what you said?
No,
Oh,
I'd not use Hollywood shit to play Indians.
right.
And that's one of the, that's a, you know, so I was very disappointed. Literally the last, I was very, very disappointed.
Who are you?
Ah,
But thematically, it would seem to me that,
read the story. Yeah.
but the new West and the old West and the Clash and the
Read the story about the people. Eddie O'Brien really came through in that scene. Stewart, you know, lasted. Strother Martin came on. Marvin was a pain in the ass. Bad wardrobe. Bill Clothier, you know, was a great cameraman I worked with and saved my ass in my first picture. But really did a shitty job. I mean, but I told Ben on the sentence. But we did 19-day picture in 20 days. Boy, he's a fine cameraman. He's not, you know, Bill Clothier is really, although he, you know, was in Spain during the Revolution and worked as a cameraman, he's really not a black and white cameraman. He really is a color cameraman. And
Using
somehow,
black and white.
out of a snowstorm in Tucson, Arizona, Bill Clothier saved my ass time and time again. And he's someone I dearly respect and dearly care about.
now Lucien Ballard. He certainly brings something to your pictures too.
Not really.
Oh.
I had to bring, Lucian was having a nervous breakdown, and when I started shooting Western, now there's a man who knows how to shoot in black and white, but he had to be taught everything. He'd worked so many years, and Lucian is about 178 years old. You can't trust him for a second. I don't mind, you know, having a really antagonistic, vicious, cane-wielding, sometimes a whip cameraman on the set. But when I have to give him a stop, it becomes embarrassing.
When you have to give him a stop. And you're talking elliptically again. And
I guess Lucian and I are kind of tied together. We work pretty well together.
I would suppose so.
I can't say I'm nice about it.
But you
He
were
has
serious.
no taste for wine.
You were
I
serious
bought him-
about. Now wait a minute. You were serious about not liking the Searchers,
Serious.
and you were serious about not liking the Liberty Valve
Serious. Yeah.
because the people didn't. There wasn't
Didn't work.
humanity in
Didn't
there.
work.
Do you think John Wayne could make a good picture?
Who?
John Wayne.
I made many.
So it's
Made
not
many.
him. Okay.
Made many.
I think so too.
You know, I really do. Been a fan of this for years. We've made some real bleeders too, but
One thing that I never understood, and somebody asked me to ask you this, and you were quoted once as saying that David and Straw Dogs, and I guess you've clarified this, but I've never seen it, is really a, quote, villain, unquote, in Straw Dogs. Now, how am I supposed to see that?
I don't know who told you that. It was never going.
Playboy said that. That was in the
No.
Playboy interview.
No. Oh, David, yes, but not David. Well, I was thinking of David Warner.
No, I was thinking of
David,
Dustin
yeah.
Hoffman.
He was, you know, absolutely.
Why? How am I supposed to lock into that?
Okay. Here's a man who's running away, a lot of violence, the whole 60s scene and all that jazz, and he's very academic. And he's got, you know, a little academic wife, you know, with a very nice ass, and he wants to play a little game. This game is getting out of involvement. And I don't want to recognize violence. There are 18 different places in that film, if you look at it, where he could have stopped the whole thing. He didn't. He let it go on. You think that going on that snipe hunt was really, no. Just, you know, psychologically, I've been told, and I've had to lecture twice now already, about the film to psychiatrists, that they say it's the most, how did you find out about this? Well, I got married a few times. I got my feet wet. Camera is really secondary. You either have that or you don't. I don't know. But people are first. And I knew this kid. It's silly. In fact, we didn't know our instructors. I said a similar thing happened now. This violence, so he took a shitty novel. The worst fucking thing I knew. But people I knew.
Well, I'd like to see Susan George be an academic wife. I have a hard time equating that with anything that I've ever seen.
She is. She really is. She didn't act that part at all. She was Amy. And that's why I cast her.
But she's terrifically sensual. Are academic wives?
Yeah, even professors fuck on occasion.
Not well.
Maybe that was David's problem. I don't think it was. Thinking down. The problem is to set up the siege, psychological stuff. So she was the key. And so I said, I'm going to cast her. And Nellie said, we're not going to do it. You can't do it. That was the end of Nellie and I. So now I've got to leave. Close it off. Yep. Yes. Right.